There were two positive developments here. First was the agreement that both leaders talked about to get back to nuclear arms stability and look at reinforcing the START agreement, the long-term agreement, and doing something about the Intermediate Forces Treaty. On the surface, that sounds positive. Second, what also sounds positive, they found a way to try to separate Iranian forces that are close to the Golan Heights within Syria and therefore protect Israel. And you saw that President Trump and President Putin both talked about this. I think that was positive as well. What was extremely negative, in my view, was President Trump's refusal to say a single word of criticism about the fact of the Russian cyber attack on our election. We now have a grand jury indictment talking about a criminal conspiracy of 12 Russian military intelligence agents. President Trump had 3 opportunities to speak to this and refused every single time to criticize Putin. And finally, I'd say President Putin's idea that President Trump said was a good idea to somehow have a mutual questioning of people on both sides, that he would invite President Putin, Robert Mueller, or U.S. Justice Department officials to question the indicted Russians, in return for which Russia would then have the right to go after American citizens that Russia doesn't like, and critics of the Russian government on corruption issues. That seems like a very bad idea to me. Of course, we should assume that the Russians would never tell the truth if they talk to U.S. law enforcement, but we should not want to expose American citizens to Russian justice.
Ambassador, given what we heard from President Trump at the NATO meeting and after, and his criticisms of European leaders, so many people were listening not only for the substance but also for the tone of what he would say to President Putin and after that meeting with President Putin. What do you think the impact globally and diplomatically for the U.S. will be of President Trump's treatment of Putin that you just described, and his reticence, hesitancy to criticize him in any way?
Well, I think this is one of the big issues that people around the world will be watching, especially the Europeans. To take this trip as a whole, President Trump was exceedingly aggressive and critical of Angela Merkel of Germany and Theresa May of the United Kingdom. He called the European Union a foe yesterday, and he threatened to leave NATO in one petulant statement on Thursday. If you contrast that treatment of our best allies with what is, let's face it, kid-glove treatment of President Putin today, President Trump did not say a single word of criticism. He had several opportunities to do so, and we have real differences. The attack on the United Kingdom of a nerve agent, the Crimea issue, the election interference, the Syria human rights violations. And for President Trump to show so much respect to Putin and not to indicate any degree of criticism, frankly, it was weakness on the part of President Trump.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.